guys, getting directly into it. So there was a lot of confusion within the community about Chicago, crazy Chicago, and his statements of his health status of him having HI. And a lot of people were thinking that he was lying or on the fence of what he was saying because of the fact that he retracted his statement, which is understandable because of what he was sharing while under the influence of alcohol, which made him get into his feelings and, out himself about something that I think ultimately, if he wasn't drunk, he probably would not have shared. However, I was quite surprised, how he came back to social media and explained exactly how he got it. Now, I'm not going to get into how he got it. I'm going to let you listen for yourself. I don't want to mix up anybody's words. But from what I heard him say from out of his own mouth, how he contracted it, you really can't judge a book by its cover. I would have never thought that he would have been put in this situation. And if this was the situation that he's not lying about, that he was put in, he definitely didn't have a choice in the matter of how he contracted this, if this is how he contracted it. And if that is the case, my heart goes out to him. You never know what people are going through behind closed doors unless they tell you. That's why sometimes we shouldn't be so judgmental and show empathy for people, because, again, we never know what happens behind closed doors.
Since 2018, I've been having to deal with this constant murder. You know what I'm saying? I see it. I wake up to it. Like, I dream it. Like, I have bad dreams about the day that this happened to me. I have nightmares. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't even focus at work. I can't focus on simple tasks sometimes without me reflecting back on this situation. So it's definitely a situation that I know that I had to take a long time to heal, and I'm still not healed yet. As you can see from the other day, that I'm not healed completely. But going through this journey, this new journey will allow me to heal. Because it's a lot of things that came with that situation with me. Like, I didn't give myself that. I didn't try to give myself that. To be honest, I basically walked inside a sex trafficking ring, where as if I didn't know that it was a sex trafficking ring until later on, until I was in it, you know what I'm saying? And basically, to make a long story short, a lot of people, a lot of guys, a lot of African American males are not alive right now. Some of them are sprung out. Some of them don't even know what's going on. So it's for me to be able to talk about these things, it's bittersweet, Once, because I have to relive it and I have to tell you guys from beginning to end, and which I'm gonna bring it to you guys in a way where as if it's understandable, but it's not too sentimental to the point where people run and cringe, But yeah, like I was saying, human trafficking is really, really real. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing. Sex trafficking, that's a crazy life. You know what I'm saying? And it's a real thing. So I be wanting people to understand that these things are real. And a lot of people that get in those situations seem to end up sometimes just not being able to speak about it, heavy on drugs, committing suicide, and for me to be a survivor out of all of these things that I'm talking about, it's I feel as though I don't have a choice but to put good into the world and allow myself to be a beacon of light and allow myself to be a spokesperson for a lot of these guys living in that who found themselves in these situations and ended up with these diagnoses, you know. So with that being said, I apologize again for being intoxicated, because that's really not me. That was just like really a cry for help. And I was literally, you know, crying for help, like for the smallest thing to the biggest, you know, because people who live with this like seem to sometimes just block themselves out from the world, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to create and just I was actually just like kind of like fed up. I was going through a lot of stuff that day, and I just kind of exploded in a way where I felt like people understood me, but they didn't understand me clearly. So I just wanted to come back on here and reiterate a couple of things and add clarity to a couple of things, because at the end of the day, I'm a very intelligent person, and I take pride in my story and all that I've been through in my life. But yeah, first off, I wanted to apologize for being so drunk on the internet, because yeah, that was crazy. Y'all could barely even understand what I was saying. And I be like that sometimes, you know. Sometimes I just get into those, up under those spells sometimes, where I just kind of just be just too upfront or too blunt about things without breathing. But yeah, so let's talk about my status. Like my status is undetectable. I'm sure everybody know that already. But yeah, like I really and truly want to bring awareness. Like if you understand what the word awareness means, that means to basically bring light to something that a lot of people or the universe kind of put to the back burner. But yeah, when I first found out about my diagnosis, I was very much so just like alone. I just felt like everybody around me just distanced themselves. And they probably didn't, it probably wasn't them distancing themselves, it was probably me distancing myself, because of the ugliness and the hurtfulness I felt for myself as a person who allowed themselves to basically go through those things, you know. But yeah, so yeah, I didn't have nobody to be there like that I could really call them like, dang, like, you know, this is what's going on. Like, I mean, I called my close family members, and you know, that was hard for me to do. And I got a lot of respect for my family. Like it was rocky at first, but they came around and was very supportive. But I know a lot of people in life don't have that much support. So me speaking out on that wasn't for me to try to clown myself or to try to get no amount of money. No amount of money on the world in this world will ever make me feel as though I have to put myself out there, you know. Only reason why I wanted to, and I will, and I'm going to, is because of awareness. Because, like I said, somebody around that's like going through what I'm going through, similarities, or even scared to go to the doctor, or even scared to even, you know, take the initiative steps to help themselves. With that being said, it's like I'd rather spend my days on earth being a role model and being an advocate for things that matter, you know, in the world, and make a difference. Because like no matter what I do, I always try to make a difference. Like whether if I'm dancing or having fun, I just try to show people that like being yourself and being authentic is like the best way to go. But yeah, like I said, misery in my own head when I know that I'm worthy to be loved. I'm a lover, and that I'm able to speak. I don't have a voice, and I can use my voice, you know. So with that being said, it's like I want you guys to just go on a journey with me, because I am talking to a couple of people. Shout out to this one lady, I'm not going to say her name, but a very special woman to me because she allowed me to vent, and she allowed me to express myself, and she also was like something like a second parent to me because, or a sister in Christ, you know, because she basically told me like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying, you speaking out can help a lot of people, and with that, I always knew I wanted to do it, but I didn't know the right time. I didn't know when. I would always get drunk and try to do it. See, I'm completely sober right now. So you should know the difference when somebody is like drunk and when they sober. And I promise you guys, like, you guys won't see me like that again because that wasn't a look. That wasn't a good look for me because if people that really know me knowing that I'm a hard worker and I get things done, I'm very energetic, I'm very funny, laugh, I love to laugh, and I'm just like a family-oriented person, a very good friend, like I'm a good listener here, all that. So for me to be like that and have this platform, I was kind of tweaking, so I apologize to you guys for that. But yeah, you can subscribe to @TheRealHoneySupreme, @TheRealHoneySupreme on YouTube. Keep following me on Instagram. I'm putting this documentary together, but I wanted it to be something that was timeless, that is going to be timeless, and that can basically be relatable to a lot of people, you know, those people who living like me and people who are not living like me, you know. So yeah, I think I covered a lot of what's called. Okay, yeah. Another thing about the undetectable part, like I said, like I would never do what was done to me to the next person. So when I said that, I didn't say it in like a way where like I don't care if nobody knows. Like people, if you're people that's living like me, people that's not living like us are very dangerous to like, even with the just people are more of a danger to me than I am to them. Because I know what I'm going through. I know what's going on with my body. You know what I'm saying? And, like, it's hard, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, look at the world we live in right now, you know. You can't really be honest with anything without having negative criticism, you know. So, yeah, I could have been broken by the things that were said about me, or how people felt as though I was lying, you know, but I didn't allow myself to. I did have to take like a day, like, okay, well, yeah, let me just calm down and just figure out the best solution. And the best solution that I came up with was to come at the situation at a different view, but still put the message out there, you know. So with that being said, I'm excited to start this journey as being an advocate for this diagnosis, you know what I'm saying? And just basically to allow my light to shine, you know, in every way. Whether it be if I'm in the kitchen, in a restaurant, in my business, cooking food, or I'm on the stage being a motivational speaker for, you know, HIV, AIDS, you know what I'm saying? However God allowed me to put forth this newfound energy, because this newfound energy, like, you know, I didn't have this energy to even come on here and even say that, you know. I was basically faking it till I make it type thing, like, and sometimes that's if you a child of God, that's something that, like, you know what I'm saying, is not prohibited in the kingdom, you know what I'm saying? The truth shall always set you free. Like, you should always be willing to be truthful with yourself first, and truthful with God, and then truthful with others once you get to that point. And I feel as though like I'm growing to that point where as if I can openly be truthful to myself, openly be truthful to everybody and God, without being so sentimental about it. Because, you know, people even when you're crying, people like think, okay, well, he it's a sign of weakness, you know. But sometimes it can be a sign of weakness. Sometimes it can be a sign of like, okay, dang, I just released it. And you know, I mean, sometimes it can be like, you know, a release, and I think that's what it was for me. It was like a release. Like, I don't think I have been that emotional since that moment. So, I definitely know that it was a door that I opened that I'm glad to walk through in the right way with the right light, you know. So yeah, it's your boy HONEYSUPREME. I'm excited to bring you guys my story. I'm starting this foundation, this non-for-profit organization, to bring more awareness, because that's what it's about. It was never about no money. It was never about no clout. It was never about no fame. It's about awareness. It's always, it will and will always be like about awareness with me. So,